This little box behind me decides how much water my lawn gets and therefore how much money I waste. So I think it's about time that this sprinkler controller gets a smart home upgrade. So I was sent the Remo Garden Smart Sprinkler Controller to review and check out. That in no way is going to alter my opinion during this video. This is my 100% honest take of this product. So what we're going to do is review the DIY installation of the hardware first, and then we'll go check out the mobile app where all the core features and functions are, and then check out how this smart sprinkler controller actually works. So here's what's included in the Remo Garden box. You get a user manual, of course. You get some stickers for labeling the wires as they come off the old module. You get a wiring guide for the wire connections, and it's really cool. You get a mounting template to help you space out the anchor points on the wall. You get the hardware controller itself, of course. You have an included power adapter as well as the screws and anchors you need to mount the controller. The best thing about this DIY setup is that it is dead simple. After you remove the power, the first thing you do is remove all of the old connections using that sticker kit as you go to label every single cable. That's going to make it a lot easier as you connect up the new unit. Once the cables are disconnected, then you can remove the controller physically from the wall and then plan out the mounting points for the new one. Since I already have anchors in the wall, I'm going to reuse some of my old mounting, but this is basically where you'd use that mounting template to plan it out. Once the controller is mounted on the wall, you're basically just doing everything in reverse. You're connecting all of those wire connections to the same points on the new unit, and then the last bit is to power it up and then put the cover on. The whole thing takes right around 15 minutes. So setting up the app is also super easy. The app, I think, is really where this product shines. When you're first adding your controller, it auto detects it via Bluetooth. You're going to go ahead and give it a name. And there's little quality of life things I really like how this will auto detect your Wi-Fi and fill it in for you via whatever phone you're using to set it up. I really wish more apps would do that. It's going to sit in a quick loading screen while it configures the connection, and then your device is added. So now you're going to want to start setting up your home settings, starting with location. Again, it's going to detect your location with this locate button and autofill your address in as well. Then it's going to come time to set up your individual sprinkler zones. This is where the product, I think, really starts to flex, in my opinion. It's going to ask you a series of very specific questions about what it is you're watering per zone. And if you're unsure, it comes in built with these knowledge pages that don't bounce you out to some external website to understand what it is it's asking you. I really love this approach to the setup. It asks about plant and sprinkler head type, soil type, how to identify what it is you have, how much sun that area gets, the slope amount if you need to consider runoff. You'll then tell it how large of an area that particular zone covers in square footage. And it even covers something called allowed depletion, which essentially is the average available soil water that can be depleted before moisture stress occurs. I mean, this really takes lawn care to a new level. And if you've made it this far in the video, consider giving this one a like or subscribing to the channel to see more reviews just like this. Running the system from your phone is also a really great experience. You can easily choose any zone you like and then manually run it as you expect with the quick run option for a single or multiple areas. You just set the number of minutes for them to run and then choose between the zones after hitting play. But what you're probably going to want to do is set up an automated system called a program. That has excellent customization there as well. When you're creating a program, you can choose from three options: a new lawn program, meaning your watering areas are kind of freshly planted; a fixed program, more like a traditional manual controller; or what's probably the coolest type is the Flex Smart program that automatically adjusts based on the weather changes, seasonal patterns, just all without any manual guesswork. Because there is no point to watering your lawn if the skies just watered it for you that day. Even when you're creating on a fixed program like I am here, there are still a ton of options included to truly make this controller do the heavy lifting for you and take really good care of your lawn. After you set the amount of minutes that run, for example, you can set something called a smart cycle, which spaces out the full sprinkler time to give water a chance to kind of soak into the soil. There's a climate echo, which skips the sprinkler cycle based on some thresholds for rain amount, temperature, wind, all in your local area. And then you'd have the regular options to pick the days of the week to water, which can either be specific intervals or custom set. There's also this kind of cool approach to to the time that you water. Since it's recommended you water just before sunrise or after sunset, you can set those that can also be set to an offset. I mean, everything you could possibly think of is jam-packed into this experience. It really made me actually enjoy my lawn watering rather than having it be a chore. Not to mention that since it's on your phone and it's Wi-Fi controlled, you can easily control it from anywhere, not just when you're home. If you can't already tell, I am pretty in love with this product. And if you were on the fence, hopefully this also helped sway your decision. This is your sign to treat your lawn to a smart home upgrade. Let me know in the comments if you've also been suffering with a clunky old school timer controller that you can't wait to replace, and I will see you in the next one.